All right. So we got France, Italy coming up. Teams are like lining up in the tunnel right now. Couple things. Big matches yesterday. It was devastated for Wales. Holy crap! What a tough L. Like the Wales been saying, like they need moral victories. Could have been no. Like that's so devastating. Honestly, they played a great game for about 55 minutes. It was really just that last 20, that double score where Scotland score and then they get the score right off the kickoff. Absolutely was a killer, I think. Felt really bad for the Welsh team. Scotland are really lucky to have escaped with that one. Yeah, just a tough one all around for what's going on here. Peacock's being goofy. All right, hold on. It was going, and then they undid me. So the players are just walking out right there. I'm sure we'll get this back before kickoff. Um, Big things. Technically, Scotland are at the top of the standings with 11 points. France are one behind them, but every team has a loss except for France. So this will be a big one. If France beats Italy, again, I've said they're in the driver's seat. This is their Six Nations to lose. France gets the dub here. They continue to be in the driver's seat. You may have noticed, added a few things, little whiteboard. Shout out to my man, Badger Kings, Rizzo. He made a suggestion. I really like it. I know it is backwards. I'm still doing this from my phone. Amazon kind of did me dirty and canceled my order for a camera. So I'm struggling to get to where it turns correctly. So I'm thinking I had to reorder it. Next camera should be here next week. So I'm hoping by next weekend's an off weekend in the Six Nations, but I'm hoping in a week that we'll be able to get this worked out, so you can actually read what I'm putting. What I've been doing is some technical things. A few times during the match when there's slow moments, I break some things down. I show some things on here. And right now we got the Italian anthem going. I'm going to actually use that opportunity to talk about one thing I've seen from France repeatedly. So France has done a really good job, and especially in that other game, I'm always using these little R with the circles of ruck. All right, and then we'll say these O's are defenders and X's are going to be on attack. And so what France has done repeatedly, they'll have a couple forwards here, they'll have a back here. They do a really good job distributing their forwards across the field and kind of using them flexibly and playing in loose play, like just kind of, hey, you're a rugby player, you're an athlete. But they've also oftentimes have this second layer of forwards. Let's say we've got a winger way out here. And what France has done over and over again, I see, is they'll go two wide passes, and then somebody will turn up in that wide channel. So maybe this is a fly half, maybe it's a forward, it's whatever. But what they'll do is the first pass will go, and then there'll be a next pass will go wide. And at that point, either like a 10 or a 15 or someone, and they've got this little looping thing moving into the outside channel. They've done a really, really good job. Last week in particular, they got all these line breaks right around here in that kind of what I'd call the wide third, like the 13 outside channel or the 15 channel. Really good job. I'm looking to see that today. I think they got Ramos in at 10. Jalibert is injured, I believe. So it'll be interesting to see slightly a different look. Ramos, best kicker from the tee in the world, I would say. Be interesting to see how he looks at a different position. But again, this is France's to lose, but look for them to do these weird, like, again, wide pass, and then all of a sudden they've got this little looper, and a lot of times they'll play them out the back here, and all of a sudden it's just they've got a line break on. So look for that. Also, as always, Antoine Dupont, absolute baller, best player in the world, many would say. Scrum half extraordinaire. He's always going to be, if France is doing well, he's going to be making plays for them. So I think French anthem just finished, so we should be getting this kicked off soon. It looks like we are in Paris for this one, so hostile crowd for the Italians. Should be interesting. Let's see. I'm thinking they're going to put the lineups up here in just a second. Yeah, late change. Yeah, Ramos at 10, Adesagba at 15. Okay. Jalanche is still at 8. Yeah, pretty much looks like a very similar, if not exact. Nope. Oh, I see they got rid of my guy. They got a new lock in there. Same young center pairing. Gael Drian at 14. Okay, so he's a debutant on the one winger for France. Adesagba moves to 15. BLBRE is still on his wing at 11. And Ramos goes from fullback to to fly half. Oh, Capuozzo's on there for Italy. That's cool to see. He is an electric player out there. They've got him again. Usually, oftentimes a winger. They've got him playing 15. Zuliani, Canone. Okay, yep. Pretty similar, except you got Capuozzo out there at 15. Okay, this looks like a good lineup. Let's see if they show what do they got for subs here. Movaka, yep. Okay, Guillard, yep. Okay, Guillard, my guy. He was man of the match in the first thing. They moved him to the bench. Got it. Other Garbisi is yep. Okay, relatively so. Few little positional shifts, but not that different. Not that different of a lineup here. Okay, we have a young child walking out. There's always there's like the teams. They have a kid that they walk out with them and whatever. It's always, I find it a bit strange, but it's got to be a cool moment for those children for sure. So, all right, Gail Dreen, debutante on the wing at 14. I'm interested to see Adesagba at 15. That's an interesting trade. Who we got? Andrew Brace. So we got an English. We got like an all English, pretty much an all English referee crew. So that's an interesting one there. All right, let's see how we go here. DuPont looks ready. Garbisi's got the ball. He's ready to kick off from the get-go. Let's see. Let's go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Italy kicking right to left to France. They go deep into the 22. Nice strong hit up straight away. Good tackle there by the Italian hooker. Okay, yep, and unsurprisingly, DuPont seems to be setting up for the right-footed box kick pretty quickly here. Big hit by Dreen right away. He's got the big chase, so DuPont kicked it right just down the sideline. Dreen, the debutante, right away. Big hit on the kick coverage. So Italy's got this ball just on their side of halfway. Yeah, and it looks like Fusco, the Italian scrum half, is setting up for his own box kick here. High ball. Puts it under Dreen. Ball gets knocked around. France comes up with it. I'm not sure who ended up with that. Good cleanup from the French, though. DuPont's going to play a forward pod to his right. They've taken it just outside their own 22. We're 1 minute in. Again, I'm always going to refer back to the game clock when I talk about time in the match. That way, if you're watching this after, if you're not watching it live, huge hit. Huge hit on the kick chase. If you're not watching it live, you can always refer back to the game clock. Again, these are on Peacock in the USA. Shout out to Peacock for doing this. Copyrights and rights and what they are. I can't show any of the footage of the match while it's going, and I can't listen to any of the commentary, or they will flag me and kick me off pretty much immediately is what I hear. So staying away from it, just doing commentary on what we're seeing here. Kick back France with the ball inside their own 10. Meafu, big fella. Yeah, France, I mentioned in the pregame, they do a little bit of an interesting, I feel like there's, great steal from the Italians. Feels like the French are they've got a little more fluidity on positions, where you'll see backs and forwards mixing a little more than some teams out there. Cleaned up by the Italians. Fusco plays his forward pod there, off to the right. Good double tackle from France. I talk a lot about the importance of double tackles. Anytime, defensively, if you get a double tackle, it's probably a positive tackle. One-on-ones, usually, unless the time, setting up for the box kick, and then they decide to play it. Yes. Well done. Capuozzo got some gain line there. I think we saw this yesterday with Wales as well, whereas teams, when they go with that slow setup to set a kick, especially because you see that box kick coming for so long, the defense oftentimes several players start retreating, and then all of a sudden you've got an overlap in attack, and so then you're seeing saw Italy there. They checked down to the attack. DuPont puts a little chip kick in. BLBRE's off. I think he's got it. Does he got it? He got it. Wow, this is a really good kick from Italy, and they hit it backwards, but it comes backwards right to Antoine DuPont. He's off to the races. He puts a kick in, and then BLBRE is absolutely Dude's he's a finisher, man. I say it over and over again. He's a finisher. He's a finisher. He's a finisher. Wow. Sprinter of Olympian. I don't know. We'll see what Adesagba. Yeah, the Italian does a great job getting up. He's underneath Adesagba and he knocks it back, but it goes right to DuPont. And then DuPont takes a few steps and smashes it downfield. And BLBRE just he's off. Like, you just cannot catch that dude. Yeah, that looks like that's going to be a clean try. Woo! Wow. Great start for France. So Ramos is lining it up. We're at 3:55 on the game clock. Let's see. Update this scoreboard after. I would imagine Ramos is going to knock this through. He just about always does. Yep. Tomas Ramos, man. He's got a great toe. Man, great kick from DuPont. Just puts it down there into space, and he knows he's got his speedster off going for it. Sits up nicely. BLBRE just puts it down well. Good job. Good. Big start from France. 7-0. 7-0 to France. Huge start. A little bit of, lucky bounce. It was a good high ball from Italy. And their guy I wasn't sure, I couldn't see what player it was, but he did well to win it backwards. It just happened that there were French players there to take it. So, Antoine Dupont, pretty brilliant. Oh, France sent kind of a little fake maul, but they never handed the ball off. That's a good little bit of deception. So France playing here just behind their side of halfway. And they're forward. They have such a big forward pot out the back. Ramos goes wide to BLBRE. He, as he often does, puts the ball right to his toe with a little chip kick, and that ends up going into touch. So we'll have our first line out of the game here in just a moment. Man, BLBRE is always looking for those chip kicks. He's got such a dinky ones, a little bit longer ones, like catches ball right to his toe. It looks like that went off an Italian player, so this is going to be a French line out. French line out. They set the maul. Well set. Use it once, the referee says. Okay. France hits up a center in midfield. DuPont looks to the short side, but then goes back wide side to the right. Oh, that's a great poach by the Italian play. Oh, beautiful. Wins the not releasing penalty there. That is absolutely brilliant work. Is it Zuliani, maybe? One of the Italians there. That is absolutely brilliant breakdown work from him. Wow. Yeah, tell me who that is there. Canone. Okay, yeah. No, this was textbook. So we're at 6:20 right now. But the penalty that was just called, absolutely picture perfect breakdown work by Canone, the Italian 8-man. I want to see if they replay this. This is just, he's got Marchand. Yeah. Wow. He throw tackles him down and then is right up. Adesagba is right there. Adesagba's the rucker and he's right there. But Canone just dominates. Marchand goes low and he throw tackles him down and immediately is on the ball, gets in there. There was almost no gap. I'm really impressed. That's a textbook dominant tackle and then immediate release and getting your hands on the ball by Canone. What's the call, referee? The throw not straight, says the referee. Huh. I feel like I've seen a lot of those. Man, they're replaying this try again. Yeah, the Italian player does so good to play this ball backwards in the air, but then just does not get you got a couple lucky ball. One, Antoine Dupont just shows up in the right spot a lot. So that's not surprising that, oh yeah, we want it backwards, but now Dupont's got it. But then secondarily, BLBRE gets a nice bounce off of that Dupont kick where it sets up and gives them the time to ground that ball in the try zone. So 7-0 France here. First scrum of the game. This is going to be, I feel like there have been a lot of lineouts that were less straight than that weren't called in this Six Nations. So I'm a bit surprised that was finally called not straight in this case. Okay, referee's going to reset this scrum. I'm not sure about that one. I feel like in the amateur game, in club games that I see, the referees they're more picky about that not straight on the line out than what I've seen so far in the championship. The Italian players looked a little bit surprised by that call. I don't know. I feel like I've seen some significantly less straight ones be allowed, but so it goes. All right. So reset scrum coming to France. Let's see if Italy can get pressure. These are probably good. Yep. Kind of go crab sideways, but France moves it out. Like I would say these have been the two dominant scrums thus far in this tournament. Ramos to Adesagba. He's got, I don't know if that's a knock on or if that was a poach by the Italians. Let's see. Yeah, so now that we're playing knock advantage to France, it looked like a really good poach by an Italian player, and then in contact, guy lost it forward. A lot of hands on balls here. A lot of hands on balls in this match. Oh, pick off! Oh, it's a pick off, and he kicks it forward. Okay. Oh, who was that for Italy? Menoncello gets the big chase down. Yeah, I think that was Giuliani who picked that. He picked the pass off from France. Good work. Yeah, France with those wide passes we talked about early, they leave themselves vulnerable to a pickoff, and that was great work from, I think it was Giuliani, to pick that off, take a bit of a hike, and then hoof it downfield. So France are under pressure in their own 22, but they got the ball back. Good work from whoever that was that chased that down from France to retain ball. And yeah, Dupont's going to kick that one into touch. He's going to let that one be. Fair enough. Oof. Yeah, wide pass. Great instincts. Yeah, so the replay, we're at 9:50. So at about 9:45 on the game clock, they show the replay here on Peacock. Look at this. Ramos, and he just sits on it. That second wide pass is pretty much the most. Yeah, that's Adesagba who does good work to clean that up. That second wide pass, like we talked about here. So France, a lot of times they go kind of wide and flat, and then they go wide and flat. And even in this case, a lot of times, like they're putting this in front, he'll have a bunch of attacking options. He'll put it in front of like 3 to 5 people. There's a good Italian line out. They throw to the back, and it's a beautiful, and you defensively, you've got to keep a lot of players there because you're never sure who it's going to go to. The flip side of that second wide pass, if you take the vertical space and take the vertical space, that second pass is pickable. Italy have a knock on it. They knocked it on here. So a lot of fight from the Italians. Let's see how this keeps going. Yeah, a little frustration being shown by the captain. Gonzalo Caseta up there in the booth. They showed my guy Fabian Galti a minute ago. Always love Fabian Galti, Mr. Glasses, big glasses, mustache. He's the man. Yeah. All right. So I think we got another French scrum coming here. Like I said, I think these are probably the two best scrums of this Six Nations so far. Italy has largely bullied both teams they've played. It'll be interesting to see how this battle of the scrums develops. You know, the French league is very, very scrum focused. They pay their tight head props really well. You got a lot of these Italian players who play in the French top 14. So I could see this being the scrum being a big battle in this game. Little chip kick in off of first phase down. Oh, did that go straight to touch? That's coming back. Oh, that was so close by Ramos. He kicked. Dupont looks right. Then he goes left to Ramos. Ramos attacks a little bit. He puts a chip kick in, going for the 50-22, and he just overcooked it by like a meter, goes straight into touch. It's very close to being a brilliant kick. Instead, very tough kick. So now Italy are going to have a line out well inside the French half, about 10 meters, right about at the French 10-meter line. So let's go. Let's go. Yeah, the Italian set pieces in general have been really good through. Okay, here's Garbisi going with those high balls off of first phase. You've seen this repeatedly from the Italians. Okay, France comes up with it. Dupont switches sides of the field. Now Ramos pegs it down. And I think now Ramos got his 50-22. That was a beautiful kick. Absolutely beautiful kick. Nobody home down the left sideline. So Thibaut Flamand takes it, goes out the back to Dupont. Dupont goes to Ramos in midfield. Ramos puts a perfect kick down the left side, makes that. Yeah, that should be a 50-22 right there. No problem. Whoo, couple moments of really good skill right there. Every 27 years he comes back. Okay. Let's go. Let's go, France. Line out up front. There's the maul. Marchand's got the ball at the back. Okay, they're moving forward. They're moving forward, but it's just okay. Yep. He moves it out. It kind of disintegrated. Ramos to BLBRE. He gets double tackled backwards. DuPont is playing. Oh, there we go. So France are about a meter or two inside their 22. Oh, that's a great line from this both centers. It's Gaetan. It's Brow. What's it? What Brow? Something. Oh, Ramos dummy and go. Ramos dummy and go. That's probably not releasing. No. Ooh, okay. Wow, good scrambling defense from the Italians, but they're under pressure here, like 5 meters out. The French are really good at throwing their men through. Yep, DuPont to the big. Is that Meafu? Oof, I think we got another one there. Yeah, that's Meafu, gigantic lock. I think DuPont just picks him out. You get a guy that big, like running into a gap, catch it. Like he's like a human dump truck. You're not wrong there. So you're just not going to stop that. Yeah, you got 2 wingers with a giant lock kind of hitting the gap between them. Oof. That's a really good combination move from the French centers as well. Again, they're hitting you've got DuPont like picking and drawing the first defender, and then he's putting the Ramos. This is a good decision by Ramos to dummy and go. Gets him to within 5. Good scrambling defense there, but so goes. So again, this speaks to, like, in rugby, you want to run at the gaps, especially at close to the gain line. If there's a lot of depth, those gaps can disappear, and it's like a footwork race. But anytime it's that last pass, Ramos missed it left there. Okay, don't see that very often. Anytime you're playing close to the gain line, it should always be running. So you got Antoine Dupont right here. Like, he's picking and drawing just a little bit, and he's sucking these first couple defenders towards him, and then he's just picking a man running into these gaps. In this case, it's Meafu, who's an absolute giant, and he's running between 2 wingers. But he just picks, he draws the first defender or 2, and then he sends this flat pass. And as long as, again, we talk about off-ball work, if you work off the ball and you put yourself in a position to be in a gap, and then we just accelerate through that gap, and we're good to go. So we got France 12, Italy 0 right now. Yes, if you're joining, I know that this is backwards on the thing. It's a camera issue. We're getting it sorted. This is being done on my cellular phone, so we're doing the best we can with this. I'm new at this, so as I've said before, we're kind of flying the airplane blind. So it goes. We will get better every week. And what do we got? Gosh, Adesagba is just going up and getting the ball. That's really impressive. Really impressive vertical, like aerial skills from the French 15 there. He's been a winger these first couple weeks. With Jalibert out, you move Ramos to 10, you move Adesagba to 15. Was really, really curious to see how he seems like just like a pure winger, like he can finish. Him and BLBRE both. So I was interested to see this move with Adesagba to 15, but it's looked good. So we've got an Italian line out here. 16:45 on the game clock. So they're just outside their 22. Again, really well taken. The Italian set piece has been really quite nice. Waiting for the peanut butter on my head. Yeah, I had some weird requests in here yesterday. Good box kick from Fusco. So they were back. They were inside the 22. He hoofs it down. I think that's going to be a French line out in their half. Great one-handed win of that line out. Like, Italy's not afraid to play to the back of the line out there. Their set piece has gotten really good. Oh, you're saying go France? Okay. So meters made, yeah. France have 91. Italy have 33. Like, they've had like a couple of like little line breaks. Whereas Italy, it's been mostly running into a brick wall. They've gotten some game line success, but it's relatively small margins, whereas France has had a couple of these breaks where they get, double digits. France win the line out to the middle. DuPont plays it wide to Ramos. Hits one of his centers up again. It's Boiry is the fella's name. Okay, so we got a penalty. Yeah, he's saying a French player in at the side here. In at the side. So this will be interesting to see what Italy do with this. We're at coming up on 18. So right now, 18 on the game clock. Italy are talking about this because on one hand, you'd think, okay, let's take a penalty. Let's get something going. Nope, nope. Looks like our BC is going to kick for touch because this is pretty. It's about 42 meters out and it's pretty straight on from what I can tell. But they figure, okay, no, we're down to where it's 12-0. Like we need to look to get a try here. So all right, Italy showing intent, as they say. Yeah, Brau Boiri, really good tackle from Paulo Garbisi. Really good. I think that, yeah, really good work winning the penalty. I'm not sure which Italian player that was who won the penalty, but that's well done. Yeah, they're saying how the French support player overran it. I think he's like expecting his player to have gain line success, and then he ends up not doing it. Man, Italy just they throw to the back and they throw to the back and they throw to the back and they keep winning it. Oh, beautiful. Louis Lina. So they had a little pop off of the maul, and then a nifty little backline play, and Lina came off of there. Okay, so here we go. So Italy's about 2 meters away from the French line. This was a really nifty first phase, and then they've had a couple of really, really strong phases thereafter. This is good. Let's go, Italy. Let's go. France defending their line. Yeah, Italy's about 1 to 2 meters out right here. This is a big moment. Italy get a try here. This is game on. So, and then they knock it out. That's exactly what I shouldn't have said. Yeah, and then they knocked it on, and Meafu just kicks it. Interesting. Locke, possibly the biggest person on the entire field, just decides to make an interesting little box kick sort of thing. So, coming back, he said no advantage gained. Man, they're replaying this. This is a nifty move from Italy. Oh, that's a beautiful replay. So 20 on the game clock if you get a chance. Yeah, Lina, I was going to say, I thought it looked like Lina actually knocked it on the ground a few, like on that first phase, but I think it got missed. Whew, good defense from the French there. Yeah, Meafu, that is a gigantic human being kicking the ball. We got somebody down here. Somebody for the French. Oh, they're showing Jalibert on the sideline. He looks well-dressed but dour. 20-30 on the game clock right now. We got France up 12-0. What do we got? Are they saying time off? Yeah, so it's 20-32. Well, they're giving the pack weight comparison. Let's see. What do we got? Yeah, France 901. So France has this by about 35 kgs. The size advantage here. Like I'd say a lot of that. Well, Thibaut Flamont's not that big. Or is it Olivon in the no, Flamont's a Lucy. Olivon's not that thick, but then you have a 5 like that. So a lot of times you'll have a thinner, a bit more of a line out jumper option on the one lock, especially the 4, and then you'll have this giant, like huge freaking ball of meat that's also tall behind your tight head as the anchor of that scrum and locking them out. And that's exactly what France have had. They had Mikel Gaillard in there. He was the dude in the first match who got man of the match. They got Meafu here now. Looks like Italy got penalized here at the scrum. Didn't see the signal from the referee on that one though. Oh, Ramos. Oh, he misstruck it. That's still in. So he doesn't find touch. So Italy, here's Capuozzo. What's he going to do? He'll run. He's across midfield. There we go. That's a big one. Okay. Paulo Garbisi goes back inside to Zuliani. Italy playing back to the left here. France, good double tackle. Gains a couple meters defensively. Garbisi, Menoncello, good dummy. Good dummy. He's away. Who's that? That's the Italian. 12. Back inside. Let's go. One more. Lina. Oh, he's about 7 meters out. There's the pick and go. Oh, not releasing. Oh, that's a tough one. Yeah, that's probably the right call. Probably he's okay. He's saying Lina was like crawling. Yeah. Oh, that was a beautiful breakaway from the Italians. Just a nifty little move down the right sideline, and then 2 passes back to the inside. That was really, really well done from the Italians, but well done by France to gain the to win that penalty. So that's a couple times. Again, we saw, and I talked about last week, like Italy, the reason I would say they lost that match to Ireland was that they were not efficient at turning trips into the 22 into points. And same here. So it's Capuozzo to Lina. Let's see how this goes. So yeah, Lina. No, that's just Antoine Dupont just like being in perfect position. Like Dupont was in perfect position when as the tackle got made and immediately got hands on the ball, and Lina tried to make another roll to keep the ball away from him. So France mauls off with this line out. No, what's it call, sir? Oh, he's calling something naughty from this French maul here. Let's see. I think he's saying that he's saying that the French player, it's like a weird little obstruction. It's I think it's accidental, but a lot of times they'll come down and then that lifter of the maul, he ends up getting way ahead he ends up like advancing and going in front of the ball carrier. So here's a lifter, here's the jumper goes up, they go, and then now we tilt this way. Here's the jumper, here's the lifter, and then this lifter starts advancing before there's any handoff, before the maul is formed or anything. I think they call that like an accidental. It's like an accidental obstruction, but good call from the referee. You got to be very careful about that if you're in the front line of the maul, but you're not the jumper, you're not the ball carrier, the man coming down with the ball. You got to watch out. You can end up obstructing. So scrum to Italy. It is 24 minutes on the game clock here. 24 on the game clock. 12-0 to France. So a little bit light in the chat today. We had a lot of spice yesterday. Today the chat's a little bit light. So see evolution of the two Italian franchises playing in the URC. Tip of the hat to Gonzalo Caseta, 100%. Yeah, he's done a really good job with bringing this Italian side up, finding the buttons to press. Yeah, I don't know. I think also I've said it over and over. Like Italy got free kick to Italy. Like saying France is going forward, so we got a free kick to Italy. Saying that somebody's being chirpy. The ref's talking to Dupont. Okay. That Italy centralized, they got their academy system going well about 10 years ago. They did a big investment. They regionalized things. They got the best players playing together early. And then they brought these, like their best young kids up to the international level at like 20, 21 years of age. There we go. They're out the back. Ioanni's footwork in Dupont. Great cover tackle from Dupont, but well into the French 22. Okay, Italy's on the front foot here. Like the Italian Federation, like this is not an accident that Italy is much more competitive this Six Nations. Like this was a plan put in place by the Italian rugby like a while ago, the better part of a decade ago. And it takes time to develop. You have to have the right plan in place, but then you also have to let the players develop, and them putting these younger guys who are now the heart of this Italian side, them putting them together early and getting them up to the international level early, like that is finally paying off this year. So France keeps seeming like you're seeing a little blitz, like Italy's doing these little out the back moves off their forward pods, but you're seeing like the French blitz defense like cutting that back. Okay, Garbisi, yeah, they lost some territory. Here's Garbisi making another high ball into the 22. I'm not sure. I don't love it. Dreen calls the mark, and then seems to rush the kick here. There's a bit of a strange kick. Yeah, I agree. It's a strange kick from Garbisi. Like, no, his teammates weren't in the wider channels to chase it. Like, I agree. The referee is upset with. He's telling Dupont, like, tell your guys to stop shouting at me. Good mark take by the debutant, and then it does seem like he like rushes his territorial kick. So Ioanni tries to like inside out Dupont, tries to dummy and go. Dupont just tracks him. Really good track and tackle from Antoine Dupont. And like his ability to then immediately get back to his feet and be looking and ready to play the ball. Okay, no, Olivan's on the bench, so that is not Olivan at number 4 lock. So what's going on? So I think so after the mark was called, he kicked it. And I think I think that he didn't pick up a whole lot of territory. It didn't look like the best of kicks. So what do we got? A lot of talking here. Yeah, the referee is upset about something, some sort of chat coming his way. So Italian line out about 5 outside of the French 22 here. Let's see. The quickest players on the planet. Much more on this opening. Italy sets the maul off of here. I'm trying to read the what the commentators are saying on the captioning while also paying attention to what's going on. Okay, Italian maul moving slightly forward. Oh, nifty little move. Like hit the centers, but they've got an out the back man. I think they almost looked like he lost it on the poach. And DuPont just blitzes and takes dude out. I think he might have generated a maul. No, France player rips it away. Wow. That was Antoine DuPont just being super aggressive and making a mess of things. Well done, man. He's world class. Like he's you used to see this from Faf de Klerk too, where being really aggressive with blitzing off of that defensive scrum half position, he absolutely came. Yeah, quick wittedness of Antoine Dupont, 100%. Like one of his forwards ended up stealing the ball away, but that was him just recognizing and blitzing hard, tying the man up, being all over it. Like that's Antoine Dupont playing like a flanker practically. But yeah, you see that more and more. Like a lot of times the scrum half's going to scrape right behind the action. He blitzes and is really aggressive when he thinks it's appropriate. So if here's your ruck, a lot of times you're going to see this 9 is going to be, he's going to scrape. And as this pass goes, like he's just going to scrape behind the gain line. What you see from DuPont and some of these others is if they see a gap, like let's say here, he just goes. He just fills. He's not waiting to see if they recognize it and make a line break. He just goes. Oh, we got a mess off the line out. I think France are going to be off with this. Can anybody catch him? Oh, he's back inside to Ramos. Oh, is he over? I think he got the try. Oh, what up, Peasley? France just scored their 3rd try in the left corner. They are 17-0. Italy, same thing. They've been really struggling to convert territory to 2 points. They've had some good breaks. They've had a number of visits to the French 22. They're just not getting points from him. Flip side, France has been absolutely ruthless, and they're finishing plays. So here's finally the okay, so we've been talking about how the Italian lineout, how they've been throwing to the back really well, and this time it finally bit him in the butt and it goes over. France picks it up. I'm not sure who. That's a really good pass back inside to Ramos. Yeah, I think that was one of the centers who picks that. Oh, BLBRE gets a toe to it, and then I think it was one of the young centers takes off with it on the line break. And then he makes a really beautiful pass back into Ramos. Do I even gym bro? Oh yeah, I gym bro. Vladimir Pouton. I love it. What a great name. He needs 2 to 3 year Dagestan and forget. Okay. Yeah, no. I ain't going to Dagestan, man. To be fair, those dudes would rip my head off. Ramos good with the conversion. France 19, Italy 0. Dang, France is doing it. Yeah, no, I don't need to get torn to pieces by a Dagestani. Why am I being aggressive for no reason? I love the banter. You got it. Show no weakness, bro. Show no weakness. So restart comes back to France inside the 22. You're the one who asked me if I even gym, bro. Yeah, I have an anger problem, I think. I think they missed a hands in the ruck there from the Frenchies, but play on. So we're at 30 minutes and 35-0 on the game clock right here. France 19, Italy 0. When are you joining the UFC? Because it's better than cleaning toilets. I am not joining the UFC. I have no interest. I'm around plenty of wrestlers. I don't know. They're tougher than me, but I'm a rugby player, so I don't know. I handle myself well. Italy had a kick down. They're like 2 meters out. I think there's a try to Italy. Oh, that was interesting. So kick through. They had the French under pressure in the right side of the try zone, and then they win a little turnover at the breakdown, and the ball just kind of trickles out, and Capuozzo dives on it. So this took like a weird. That was probably unwise from Ramos. So the ball's like right in the corner by the try zone, and instead of going into touch, he taps it back to Adesagba, who gets out of the try zone but gets like 2 meters out, and then Italy brings a bunch of pressure at the ruck, and the ball pops out the back, and Capuozzo jumps on it. So big try from Italy, big try. We're at 31 minutes or 32 minutes right now. Please take your medicine. Okay, no, I take my medicine. I got some coffee. I got some beers. Garbisi misses that. My medicine. All right, so Italy 5, France 19. Oh, toss the pill in. Vlad Pouton here. I like your attitude, my man. I like your attitude. But yes, I definitely do gym, bro. I definitely am not joining the UFC. And well, I was a basketball player before rugby, so I'm not stupid. I'd get my arms torn off by a Dagestani. Well, we want to talk wrestling though. Shout out to Fort Dodge Stags right there. Drayshawn Ross, 4-time Iowa State champ. He's heavyweight this year, number 1 heavyweight in the country. Absolute freak show. Absolute freak show. I've seen a lot of really, really incredible freaky athletes in my day recruiting players, mostly for rugby. I have never seen a freak athlete like Drayshawn Ross. It's wild on the wrestling mat. I mean, he's probably like 6'2", 6'3". It seems like he has a wingspan like about 6'7", 6'8", 6'7", 6'8". I don't know. Like wildly quick. Really fundamentally sound as a wrestler. I know enough about wrestling to like be like, oh yeah, I can tell. I don't know. I've never seen anything like it. Dude won 189 in Iowa when he was a freshman. It was wild. Absolutely wild. Like that's a man weight. And I don't think he hasn't lost a high school match in 3 years. Like he lost a couple to the defending state champ his freshman year, and then he's just been a buzzsaw. Number 1 heavyweight in the country. He's going to Okie State next year. Yeah, I've seen freak athletes in my day. I've never seen a freak athlete like that. And that's a wrestler. So, little smash in the face there. So we got Italy 5, France 19. Italy getting back in the game here a little bit. One more. If they can get one more, it doesn't even have to be a try. Just if they could get one more bit of points before halftime and keep France out, like they stay within reach here, I think. So what do we got? We've got a scrum here. We are at 33-21. Time was stopped because they had brought the medic on for who the heck knows. Come on. He's talking to his front row. Like Carl, like the referee, the English fellow, he's not loving the way the Frenchies are talking to him today. Crouch bind and set. DuPont feeds the scrum. We're at 33-30 on the game clock. Really solid scrums from both teams. Like neither team really. I guess France did manage the one penalty from Italy there early in the game. Little switch back in towards the scrum. Jalanche moves a little offload in the tackle. Got the big loose head curl. Oh, is that Zuliani again? Man, he just missed the poach. DuPont like trickled through, gets a little line break, goes back to the left side. Let's go. Hey, what's up, Keely? Good to see you, dude. Oh, that Wales game. Oh my goodness. I felt so bad for him. That kick, that try off the restart. My goodness. That was it right there. I thought I thought Scotland had a couple. They had that maul where they got the winning margin late. Like that was a tough one. And then they had another maul like with like a minute and a half left. Like it was like textbook maul. Like as a coach, it's like, whoa, that's beautiful. Dude, Wales played so good for like 55, 60 minutes. I felt so terrible for them. Like they looked like gutted at the end. France knocking on the door here, but they've got a little handling error. I think they've still got it. Still got it. Okay, yep. DuPont's got the ball. Oh, ball squirts out. Ball squirts out the back of the ruck, picked up by an Italian. Italy Garbisi, he sends it wide. Okay, what's happening? Got a bit of a scramble. Italy's just right at, like basically at their 22 on the left sideline. I think he's going to settle it. Yeah, he's going to settle it with a forward phase here back into midfield, closer to the 15. I'm guessing, yeah, now he's looking for this box kick. All right, Fusco making this box kick down. That is tipped by a French player challenging it. And Ramos throws it infield to Adesagba, who throws it back to Ramos, looping him. Good cover tackle by one of the Italians. Garbisi kicks it. Okay, so you had a pick off by the Italians, then Garbisi chips it down. I think it's just into the try zone. So BLB touches that down, so we're going to have a dropout. Yeah, Jegu, that was a really silly offload, I would say. France got a bit lucky there. Maybe that was a bit aggressive from the French, I would say. They're lucky that didn't go worse. Oscar Jegu, naughty. Players getting carried away. So France is so good at playing the ball like in contact. They do a lot of offloading. They're pretty, some would say loose with it, but it usually goes really well. In this case, not so well. So now you've got Tomas Ramos is going to be kicking a goal line dropout. And he's going right with it. Does not go very deep with it. So he wants a contestable ball. The Italian lock goes up and gets it. So yes, Zamboni. So Italy have the ball still just inside the French 22. Let's see what they can do with this. We're at 36-35 on the game clock. Again, if Italy can get one more score, it doesn't even have to be a try. Just if they could get some more points before halftime, this is still an interesting game. France have made the most of their moments. Again, Italy has struggled to convert their chances into actual points. So that's Ioani down the left sideline. France pushed him back about 20 meters, and Ioani gets about half of it back. Okay. Fusco looking right. It's his center. Oh, huge double tackle on the Italian 8-man. Again, double tackles. Who do I want to win? I'm kind of rooting for Italy, but I just think, I don't know. I like both of these teams. That's going to be a forward pass. That was a really good inside look from Garbisi, but it was forward. So that's going to be a scrum to France. So pressure off, 37-30 on the game clock. Yeah, I'm on Italy. They've been getting beaten on for so many years that to see them be really competitive and really good and actually quality rugby coming from the Italians, I gotta kind of want them to win. That's going to be tough. So I think we got Gros coming off. So so we got a loose head sub here for the French. Seen this in every game this weekend where I'm wondering if that's tactical or if Gros is if he's a little bit dinged up. I think the trainer was out looking for him before. But yeah, every game so far this weekend we've had first half subs. And the French tight head also is looking okay. They're saying it's a tactical replacement. Slightly odd time to do a couple minutes before half. I would agree. So you're seeing these coaches be looking to be more aggressive with these substitutions. And when things, especially in the forward pack, you're seeing things aren't working, they're like, nope, make the change. So honestly, I kind of like that. As a coach, I've always said, usually I'm often inclined just get them to halftime and we'll make the replacement at halftime. But if it's not going well, if you've got a problem, put the new guy in, hopefully he can square it up. So what do we have? So we're going to have a French scrum. They're just behind their own 10-meter line right now. Yeah. I don't know. I want to see Italy. I just want to see Italy just keep winning, or keep playing good. I spent so many games over the last 15. There we go. Italy with the scrum penalty. There we go. Yeah, this is a real battle of set pieces here. And the Italians, they had the one mistake on the line out. They gave up one scrum penalty. They got one back there. And yeah, they're saying the French replacement loosehead didn't do his job right there. He immediately gets pinged for collapsing the scrum. So what's Italy going to do? Talking about it. I think they're too far away. They're going to go for post. Oh yeah, because this is inside the French half. No, that's a good call. Here's their opportunity. Take some more points before half. I like this call. Pretty straight on. Let's watch the replay. Yeah, I don't know. It looks like the tight head actually was the one who buckled. Yeah, well done by the Italian scrum. They're going to give Garbisi, so he's just off center. So he's facing it. He's just outside the left post, and he's a left footer. So should be able to draw this one in. Looks like he's got it. Good kick from Garbisi. There it is. Okay, so Italy, they get that score before half we talked about. There is 39-30 on the clock. So we're almost to halftime. That's a big big little bit of momentum there for Italy. Like I said, if they can, they've been unfortunate. I would say that last try they gave up off the the line break was like an overthrow on the line out. I would say that was a bit unfortunate, and Ramos got that in the corner. Like, this is Italy's hanging around, man. They're a good team. Gonna knock on off the kick. Oh, it's before time's not up though. So France is gonna have one more go at this. So Italy received the kick, they knocked it on straight away. So France have one more opportunity here. They're gonna get it from a scrum right before. So this is exactly the time. IGGGI. Okay. Heeb Shlomo. All right, dude. I don't know. I'm curious what that means, but maybe you can explain it to me. France with the scrum, yeah, they're about 2 meters outside of the Italian 22. This is exactly where you pull out like some nifty backline play off of that you worked on the training pitch. This is exactly the time for it. I'm really excited to see what France do here. Crouch, bind, and set. Good scrum battle. Good scrum battle. Okay, they've got the weak side winger looping around. They got Ramos. Yep, there it is. There it is. Is he in? Nope. Italy gets him in. That's Dreen, the debutant. He gets taken into touch just about 2-3 meters away from the try line. Nifty. Nifty. He is raising. Are you talking in the scrum, Keely? So that's going to be halftime. Nifty little move from the French, but good cover, good sliding cover defense from Italy. Yeah, they do those weird little loops we talked about in pregame, or I talked about last week. They do a lot of these where they send their 10, they send weak wingers, they're looping around kind of into that 15 channel, and they're generating line breaks off of it really, really well, the French. We can talk about that here a little bit at halftime. Yeah, the pressure in those scrums it's been a battle thus far. That's two really solid tight fives, really solid front rows. A lot of pressure there, a lot of pressure. So again, I drew this up before. Yeah, we got the Guinness ads as usual. So I got my dry erase pen here. All right. So I'm gonna show this again. So France is the X's here. What you often have, they send these like a couple of wide passes, and they're really good. Like, they mix players here into midfield. And what they did here is they bring this weak side winger off. That's actually opposite. This would be 11. But so there'll be like a first wide pass, and then there'll be a second wide pass, and then they bring somebody around off. Sometimes it's a fly half looping. Sometimes it's this weak winger. Sometimes it's even like the inside center, or the fullback kind of hides in midfield, and then he loops, and then they've still got the winger here. But France is regularly, you're seeing this look a lot where it's wide pass, and then there's like somebody's running a dummy in here, and then they go out the back with this short line on, and they hit this looper, and they generate line breaks really, really well with that. So again, we saw Italy in the first half once. They managed to pick off that second wide pass. Yesterday, we're talking if defensively, if you're taking this vertical space, so anytime that ball's in the air, it's going where it's going, take the vertical space. They take the vertical space, and then that second wide pass is oftentimes pick-offable if you really get the jump on him. And I think it was Zuliani, the number 7 for Italy, picked it. So first wide pass, maybe it goes to the 10 or someone at first receiver. That second wide pass, if you take vertical space and then take vertical space, sometimes that pass right there before it hits that second receiver who that's going to. And again, like I say, France does a good job. They give a lot of options there. And there'll be a number of people who that pass could go to, but a lot of times they're hitting like the fourth man, that like wide option right there. And then he's got another guy on his hip who's running the unders line. And then you've got this looper who's taking that looper into space, and he's generating the line break. So it's exactly what France did again there. They got that line break off of that first phase on the scrum. Good cover tackle from the Italians, taking Dreen into touch, keeping him out. But that was the perfect time to pull something interesting, like as we would say, like something from the training paddock, to pull that out. Really good job from France to make the Italians work. Really good work from the Italians to keep them out. So we're at 19-8 at halftime. I'm sure Peacock here is going to show us a bunch of the replays of the tries. I might talk through some of that as well. But wow, this has become a real mess on my whiteboard. We're going to tidy this up. But I think I might be having a little bit of chat. I don't know if anyone watching Peasley. If you're still there, let me know what's the score of the USA Canada hockey game, because I was talking a bunch of smack to some Canadians. I know US was up 1-0 at the end of the first period, and then I had to come on here. We've got our goaltender right now for the US is an absolutely like an iron shield. The dude's been phenomenal. Keeping shots. I mean, I think his save percentage is like practically like 950 right now. That's insane. Okay, yeah, first try to BLB. This was really unlucky. You think like probably two of the three French tries I would say are sort of like unlucky. So this is an Italian box kick from midfield. The Italian player gets up, knocks it backwards, but then there's Antoine Dupont. Like the guy has just incredible instincts around the pitch, picks it up, nudges it downfield, and then BLB, as he always seems to do, just wins the race to the ball. And then he also gets another fortunate. Yeah, so that's Lina. Louis Lina gets up, gets in between Adesagba's hands, knocks the ball backwards. But Antoine Dupont, man, guy's got the instincts. He always just turns in the right place. It's another good one. If you're a scrum half, watching Antoine Dupont's movements off the ball and like the support lines he runs, especially on little line breaks and stuff, it's absolutely like he has instincts like nobody I've ever seen. How sometimes he'll take a short line. So rather than like looping back around where he thinks, he anticipates the line break and he takes this line. So yeah, we can draw that up too. Hold on, they're showing second try here, I think, for France. Ramos with the dummy. Yeah, that's really good. And then Dupont looks wide side, goes to his winger. Italy cover tackles. Doesn't matter. And then they end up coming back to Meafu and just it's a giant. You put a giant into a gap, man. He's not gonna get stopped. You taking off? All right, take it easy. Good to have you on here again, Keely. Appreciate you, dude. I feel bad for Wales. So like if here's Antoine Dupont here at 9. That's a defensive 9. He'll anticipate this line break. So let's say they make the line break here. This guy ends up going through. Dupont will he'll make the first pass. He'll see the line break is coming, and he'll all of a sudden he'll take this line he's already anticipating the line break before it happens, and then he'll end up taking this pass at the second level. He's nobody in the world runs these lines quite like him. I love to see it. I mean, I'm jealous of his instincts around the park with that. But his ability to see the line break before it happens and then take like a really aggressive support line. Like traditionally you'd think, okay, he's anticipating there's going to be a ruck here. So a lot of times this 9 will be right here. He'll draw and pass, or he'll pass from the deck, and he'll just see the break before it happens. And he'll immediately take this super aggressive support line, and then he'll connect on the second level. It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, now they're showing the Italian break. Capuozzo, Talina. Yeah, once again, there's Antoine Dupont like generating a penalty. Like it's gorgeous. Like the guy is fantastic. Just turning up in all the right spots. Like he looks like a world-class flanker out there. The way he gets over this ball, Lina, and then Lina has to try and roll like an extra one, and can't do it. Penalty to France. That's another Italian trip inside the French 22 where they don't get points out of it. Dang. And then here's going to be that next break. Yeah, and this is where Italy, they've been so successful throwing over the top and hitting like way at the back of the line out, and it finally bit them in the butt, and they had an overthrow. And then yeah, this return pass from again, I'm not sure which of the two centers. So the overthrow goes, BLBRE gets a foot to it, and then his center just picks it up and just is off to the races through a gap. And then he makes a phenomenal pass back inside, like off his left hand, hits Ramos back to the midfield. Ramos does good work with the feet, gets by Capuozzo, gets through the tackle of Lina, and then again, really good instincts to twist and ground that ball. Man. Whew. Okay, yeah, that's Gaetan with the oh man, that's a tough pass because he's running in this direction. He's like angling towards the sideline, and then he gets a pass like left hand, and it's like a long spin pass back to Ramos back infield. Yeah, BLBRE just getting a toe on that too. It's like an overthrow. Both teams are like running up at it, and he just hacks at it. Like the guy has, you can't get it right that many times and have it just be an accident because like BLBRE is always looking to put his toe to the ball, and just so often it's in the right spot. Like he's just constantly putting that ball right where it needs to be. All right, what play we got here? What are they showing? So they're showing another little Italian break down the right sideline. That's where, yep, this I think is going to be the Italian try. So yeah, Ramos probably should have just taken that into touch. Ramos ends up swatting, like swatting the ball, like saving it from touch. It's going to go into touch at like the 1 meter line. And instead he taps it, keeps it in field, taps it to Adesagba, who's inside his own try line. That's a good offload from Lina to get that going. And then I'm not sure who put that kick down, but yeah, Ramos, like that's probably one where Ramos should just pick it up and walk into touch. And then, okay, like it's a line out, but it's at least a settled play. And instead, now at the next ruck, like the ball pops out and Capuozzo just jumps on it. Again, you talk about support play. Yes. Okay. So that's Menoncello who makes the kick down the sidelines where all this pressure is. And it's a weird, like sideways bouncing ball. And yeah, good work. I mean, honestly, pretty good work from Adesagba, like on the ground, but like, no, that's messy. The Italians bring really good pressure on that counter ruck, and you end up with a messy ball. Talk about, but support run. Capuozzo makes this chip kick to start this breakaway, and then he ends up being the one who dots this try down. That's an effort play. Yay, what's up, Orion? Yeah, I remember you from yesterday. Thanks for being here again. Appreciate it, dude. That's an effort play from Capuozzo, and then it's heads up to be like, no, that ball's out. I'm jumping on it. Try to Italy. So again, I think that Italy getting that penalty right before halftime, I think that's bigger than we realize. They're under pressure. They're down. They get a try. They defend mightily. They get a scrum penalty. They get 3 more points right before halftime. So the difference between an 11-point margin and a 14-point margin is fairly significant. It's a 2-score game either way, but it's a 2-score. It's like 2 tries, 1 converted. You're back in the lead versus 14 is like, no, it's 2 tries and we got to convert them both. Thanks, dude. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. No, I'm brand new at this. So we're as I've said, we're flying the plane blindly, and I'm trying to like fuel up the plane and repair things as I'm going. And Amazon kind of did me dirty by canceling my camera order because I think it was like innocent. Like they're like, oh, this looks fraudulent or something, like a new account trying to buy a $600 camera. So they canceled it. They sent me my microphone though, and then they didn't. But then they canceled, so I've had to reorder the camera. So that once again, I'm doing this in selfie mode from my phone. So that's why like it's backwards. Like you have to try and read backwards. I can't write backwards, but you don't like being called by my name by strangers. My nickname is Oreo. Okay, I got you, Oreo. That's fair. No worries. Thank you for letting me know that. It's always good. I want to know what you want to be called. That's what I'll call you. Appreciate it. Thanks for speaking up. But now we're back to advertise. Oh gosh, we got a TurboTax advertisement. Ugh. It's tax season here in the U.S. Oh, lovely. Where are you from, Oreo? More ads. Ugh, hate it. Nah, that's what you got to do. There's a reason that Peacock spends what they do on this. They want to sell some ads, so they're selling ads. So what is this, a Disney advertisement? Oh gosh, the mouse. Oh, freaking Mickey Mouse. Oh no, Universal Studios. Oh, forgive me there. Okay, Universal. Thanks for buying advertising on Peacock, so Peacock will show the 6 nations in the U.S. But now we got a blank. This event will resume shortly. Okay, I don't see that all the time. Usually they're trying to stuff more ads down our throat. Awesome. But okay, now we're back at Stade de France. Anything else I can draw up? Yeah, the other thing I want to emphasize, and again, I talk about this a lot, is off-ball work in rugby, both defensively and in attack. Like it's much easier to put yourself in a position, and what I see as a coach all the time is less experienced players, younger players. It's like, no, give me the ball and then I'm going to do it. Or yeah, I'm like out there, I'm floating into space, and then they get the pass, and then now I'm going to go do it. It's much easier to be in the right position earlier and that off ball behavior. You've seen, I believe the USA, they had an advertisement for an attack coach a month or so ago, and they talked a lot about. Yeah, I know, Oreo. I was talking about that. That's with the camera. Like I'm doing this in selfie mode on my cell phone. Um, Amazon canceled my camera order because they thought it was fraudulent, so I've had to reorder my camera. So I think next round of Six Nations is in 2 weeks. By then, we should have this sorted where you can actually read it like normally, but with it being in selfie mode like this, like is what it is. So I feel like the stuff on the board can still be more relevant. And it is understandable, but yeah, the scoreboard, like France, Italy, 19-8. Yeah, you got to read it backwards. I know it's Bush League, and my apologies, but once again, I'm brand new at this. I'm flying kind of blind. I'm literally up in the corner of a guest room at a cabin, so that's what we're doing. But no, thank you for mentioning that. I am aware of it, and we have some equipment coming to hopefully get that sorted. But in the short term, it's backwards. So my bad. Sorry. Did I listen to Six Pills yesterday? I did not, dude. That's my bad. I said I was going to. Hold up. I'm going to search that right now. As soon as this game's over, I am going to listen to that. I said I do. That's by Rosendale. Okay. All right. No, thank you. I appreciate that. Nightcore. Okay. Six Pills. All right. Album Modern Myths for a Crazy World. French indie. Okay. French indie. I honestly like a lot of French music. Okay. Thank you for mentioning that. I said I was going to listen to it and I didn't. That's the first thing I'm doing when this stream ends. My bad, my dude. I appreciate that, Oreo. Good rec. All right, we're back underway here now. So Italy received the kick. They're setting up for a box kick just outside their 22. Fusco puts it nice and high. Oh, mishandled by Adesagba. I think that did he get a hand on that or not? I'm going to be interested to see who this lineout is. Who we got? Yeah, he mistimed the jump badly. Okay, but he didn't get a hand on it, so it's going to be a French lineout, I think. Worked out in his favor. All right. Yeah, he did not even get a finger on it. That looked ugly, but it worked out. Fortunately, the bounce of the ball went to touch. Or no? Okay, no, they're switching this up. No, okay. The singer Rosendale sings about his life. Okay, yeah, it's French. Hey, what's up again, Keely? You're back, dude. Second half underway. Oh, Italy goes. No, that was not straight. Oh, goodness. They tried to throw that line out straight to like a center crashing, and it was just not straight. That was not good. Not good. Not a good throw. I just was talking about how the Italian set pieces have been solid, and then I'm looking at it, and then they have multiple miscues at the line out. Dang. So what's France going to do? It looks like France is going to take the scrum here. Yeah, so France scrum they're just across their own 10-meter line. Is it rugby? Oh, no, it's not basically American football, bro. No. Get rid of the pads. Get rid of the blocking. Get rid of the stoppages at the tackles. Their American football came from rugby. They changed some of they took rugby laws and they changed them quite dramatically and added all the blocking, the stoppages at the tackle and stuff. So no, they're related. American football came from rugby, but in my opinion, they kind of bastardized it. Oh, this scrum. Yes, I was going to say Italy gets the scrum penalty. Yeah, France, that went down. Big scrum from Italy. Big penalty to here early in the second half. So we're at 42 minutes, 20 seconds. Let's see. Yeah, French tight head just dropped. Yep, that's a good call from the referee from my reading of it. So they made American football more safer. I don't know. I would say so. There was a thing in like the 1920s where a bunch of people were dying in American football of like head and neck injuries. Rugby. I mean, you have to be more technical with the contact part of it. I will say, as someone who grew up playing football and then got into rugby, like in my late teens, I would say the contact zone and the tackling is way more technical. You can't, because you don't have pads, you can't just throw your body at someone. Now there's still big hits and big collisions, but without like the armor of a helmet and pads, Like you have to be, it's much more like there's a much more of a grappling aspect to it. I would say you just have to be like your head placement, your shoulder placement, your footwork on the tackle is just so much more technical in rugby. Like I learned so much about tackling from playing rugby. I thought I was a decent football player in high school and everything, and tackling to me was just run into guy and grab him. And then with rugby, I had to learn like no, it's like it's my off ball work, it's my foot placement in the tackle, it's my leg drive through contact. It's just there's so much more. And the other thing is the head placement too. I mean, there's in football with the helmet, you can just toss your head like into a guy, or like into his knees. I managed like I've had both sides of my face broken. There was a good okay, another Italian scrum. They put the high ball up. Adesagba, it looks like he's struggling with these high balls right now. Um, I but I busted both sides of my face. Like the one was just like a cheap shot, so I got steel. Like this is all steel in here, back to my ear and stuff. It was broken like 8-9 places. This side, like you can see, like my cheek's a little dented. I got like a little dent right here. Like my cheek is kind of sunken in on my left side. That was a bad tackle for me. Like I'm coming to tackle a guy in open field, big guy running downhill at me, and I put my head like in front of him, and I just took a knee like right there, and I broke this one in 3 places. But you can see I got a scar right up there where they tried to pop my cheek back out, like they go in through your temple, they pop your cheekbone back out. It didn't take. It didn't take. I've still got this sunken cheek here. Italy has its loss today. I think so. Their scrum is looking good. Did they get another penalty here? Or is he gonna? Oh no. He's saying this one to France. I think he said that I think the Italian tight head had an angle. He's saying, huh? They don't let you change your name. All right. Well, I'm gonna call you Oreo. So that's fair. No, I think there's weird sometimes like that where they're like, no, that's your name. That's your username. And it doesn't let you screw with it. Is there any way you can like label it as something else? But man, that's a tough one. I couldn't even the angle of the replay of the scrum. I can't analyze that. I think like the initial show was like angle drive, but the way it collapsed, like I couldn't tell, and they didn't show a replay with a good angle on it. So French line out, maul. Then they play it wide out the back. Ramos hits his center. Good tackle from Menoncello. Oh, he's saying that's a forward pass. Okay. Saying that's a forward pass here. Really good dominant tackle from Menoncello on his opposite. Say 6'7". 6'7". I did earlier in the match, actually. Oh, Dad set it up. Yeah, no, that's fair enough. I don't blame you. Once it's set, it's set. Okay, so here's a replay. This is a nifty little move from France. On first phase, they maul, and then he pops back. Marchand hits Dupont, hits Ramos, hits his center out the back, but Menoncello just read it like a book and smacked it. Really well done. Really well done defensively by the Italians. Generates the knock on there. So we are at 46-45 on the game clock right now. 46-45 game clock. Italian scrum, mid center of the pitch, just on the outside their 22. Pick the ball. Okay. And he hoofs it downfield. Oh, great kick. One hop, stays back in field. Adesagba, he's surrounded by Italian players, does well. Good work from his support getting there. What time of day am I at? It's late morning. It's 10:18 a.m. right here in Wisconsin. So late morning. So this game started. It kicked off at 9:10 a.m. Dupont pulls it away from the ruck. Oh, man. Dupont fends like 2 guys. Man, Dupont looked like he was now Bielbieri is off to the races to Adesagba. Man, Dupont looked like he was going to get like tackled like way back behind the gain line, and he fended off 2 guys and turns it into a breakaway down the left sideline. Oh, great poach by the Italians, getting the not releasing penalty. 4 o'clock? Yep, sounds about right. GMT, yeah, we're GMT plus 6 here. Oh. I am. And we're in the morning. I'm in Wisconsin, so center of the states here, Central Standard Time. So yeah, we are at 10:19 a.m. right now. Really, really good. Italy's had a number of times. They've had really good work at the breakdown. They've generated a number of these holding on penalties. Really, a lot of times it's their loose forwards that have been doing this. So Garbisi looks like he's going to kick for touch. Oh, great kick by Garbisi. Great kick. Yeah, this replay from DuPont, like he like squirms away and fends off multiple guys, and then he offloads in the tackle to BLB down the left sideline. This is really good. He hits the Adesagba. I want to see this penalty again because oh no, that's Menoncello who gets that penalty. Oh man, that's so good. That's so good. Some of these Italian players are real ball hawks. Really, really well done by that Italian outside center. So they've got a line out about 5 meters outside the French 22. Set the maul. Oh, he drops it. Oh, that's a crappy mistake. That's a crappy mistake. They set the maul, and then goes to pull it back, and he just drops the ball. I think he was going to do like one of those turn and pops or something, and he just straight up dropped it. That's a tough break. So we're at 49:30 on the game clock right now. Looks like it's going to be a scrum to France just outside there, defending 22. That's a tough one. Yeah, unforced error. Yeah, that's a tough one. There's a good opportunity. They had a really good penalty kick from Garbisi. You got a line out just outside the 22, and then you drop the ball. That's a tough one. Nightcore a week ago, 5 of his songs. Nice. Well, I'm checking out that Six Pills one as soon as this one's after, dude. Britain, that's like the UK. So like England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. All right, scrums reset. Whew. Referee is having a talk to the front rows. 50 minutes 05. It looks like we've got stop. Clock is stopped. I don't know if it's just because he's talking to the front rows or if we got something else. What are they showing? Jagu has 10 tackles. Yeah, like the French, all the leading tacklers are all French players right now. Wow. Yeah, how much? You said you got a bunch of snow the other day up in Wales there? Do I stream daily? I do not daily. What I usually do is I do the matches on the weekend, and then every Monday night here. So again, I'm in Wisconsin. So Monday night at 8 p.m., I go live for about a half hour, 45 minutes, and I talk rugby for a while. Then the rest of the week, I just do like one short every day. Dude, that's brutal. Like I said, it's been wicked here. It's really windy outside right now, and yeah, we got about 6-7 inches of snow the other day. Actually, but dude, you don't hear about like a foot of snow in the UK very often, man. That's wild. Oh, what happened here? What happened here? We're at 51. They like cut away and now they cut back, and Italy just like sent it downfield. They've got France under pressure. Oh, big counter ruck, big counter ruck, big counter ruck. Nope, France gets there. France gets there and secures it. Well done. So France are under pressure in their own 22, but they've got the ball here. A 4 feet of snow. Whoo, dang, dude. Oh. Yeah, what are you up around the lakes or something there, Oreo, man? I got a bunch of friends up in like Duluth and Superior and like the UP like Upper Michigan, and they get like wild amounts of snow, like absolutely wild amounts of snow. They get like 10, 12 feet. Oh, okay. So this was a quick line out. So going back, this was sneaky. So this was Lina and somebody else from Italy. This is a heads up play. Like France were like they just weren't really paying attention, and then they go with this short, quick line out. January had 9. Are you up in like the north of Wales, Keely? Dang, that's a lot of snow. Like George North territory. I think he was from like way up in northern Wales. In the mountains. Italy with the movement, good line out. They go to the front. They set them all. Okay, now they break away. Yeah, a little mishandle. They still got it. It's backwards, but it looked like they had a decent little strike play on. It did not go well. Oh, he looks like he got hit in the head. He's like holding his head on the ground, like he concussed. Okay, you're in the south. All right, that's where I was going to say. From what I know, I got a lot of friends from Wales. It's like most of the people are down there in the south. I got friends in Cardiff. I got an old coach of mine. So I played in Thailand a bunch, and the coach there was from Brigand. And then where's Plugger from? He's they just had their clubhouse burned down like a little while ago. That's gonna haunt me. Why don't I know? Penarth. He's a really good rugby friend of mine. He's one of the main club dudes at Penarth. And yeah, they had like an electrical fire at their clubhouse, and the clubhouse burned down there. Let's go. Okay, France on the attack here. DuPont is just doing wild stuff, cutting across the field. Out of Sogba, midfield. Oh, it's on BB. Okay, yeah, you're in Cardiff. Yep, checks out. No, yeah, that was such a bummer. Like, DuPont hits like he does like the little like behind the back, like he like picks and draws, and then Jagu like switches him, and he like does a little pop pass behind his back, but then Jagu dropped it. Ooh, so we're at 53:50 on the game clock. Looks like it's stopped. Like clock has stopped again. I'm not sure why. Okay, now they're rolling the subs. Got a bunch of subs coming on for both teams. It's like four forwards here for the Italians. At least one for the French. Got a prop sub. Yeah, it looks like 4 or 5 Italian forwards coming off. Whoa, they are rolling. Yeah, Canone, Zamboni is off, and then I think a couple of different. So both locks, and then I think a bunch of front row subs. A friend is a female, and she's 5'9". Dang, height happens. That's like a weird time in life when you're like small. Okay, and then they got a tight head on for the French as well. Like some people stay like are short for a long time, and then all of a sudden they'll like one of the best rugby players I've ever seen here in Wisconsin. He was actually in the USA camp now. He's only like 20, but he was in the senior USA camp just a couple weeks ago, and he was like I don't know, like 5'3" until like his junior, like 5'2", 5'3", really skinny, itty bitty little dude until he was like 16. And then like his junior year of high school, all of a sudden, he just took off. Like his dad's like a big, strong dude. Um, and all of a sudden, like he took off. He was a super good rugby player, even when he was a little dude. He was one of the best players in the state, I would say, even as like a freshman, sophomore. But like all of a sudden, he like grew into his body, and then all of a sudden, he was on like the USA U18 team and all this, and like he started getting recognized. But it's a weird time. People do have growth spurts at weird times. Females oftentimes they have their growth spurt earlier than dudes too. Yeah, you'll have that sometimes, man. My wife is quite a tall lady, and she's like 5'11". She's a better rugby player than I am. I'm 6 foot, but my wife is a better rugby player than I'm the coach. She's the better player. We both play. I'm a pretty good player, but yeah, more subs from the French. We're at 55 minutes now. But my wife is an absolute beast on the rugby field. You saw Wales All Blacks in Cardiff, dude. That's awesome. How long ago was that? Okay, 3 front row subs. So brand new front row for Italy here. November. Yeah, I've seen the All Blacks in person a couple times. They were in Chicago. I saw them. The USA played them in Chicago. That's going to be an oh no penalty called. The scrum kind of collapses, but play it on. Lina comes off the weak wing. So like the USA played them in Chicago, and they got unsurprisingly the USA got whooped, and then the Ireland has come and played the All Blacks in Chicago a couple times, and I went to that. So, and they're impressive. I've been to New Zealand a couple times. You're a tall dude, bro. Yeah, it's a blessing, man. Get them long bones. Um, but I've been to New Zealand a couple times. Like I got to go to the World Cup back in when was that? That was Geez, I don't even remember. Maybe 2011. I went to the World Cup. I have a good friend of mine who lives in Canterbury, like a ways outside of Christchurch, and we spent like a week just driving around the South Island. We went to a couple games. We went and saw Italy beat the USA. And then we saw what's it? Last game was Ireland. I think there was, yeah, and then Ireland, Italy as well. So it was like and that was like the last of all of the pool games of the entire tournament. That was super cool. Okay, all good. Nice to meet you again, Oreo. I'm gonna listen to that song afterwards, dude. Appreciate you being here. Thanks, man. So let me guess, Keely, are you a lock? Okay, looks like Italy's setting up for a box kick here. Yep, Fusco hoofs it down. Linus chasing. Oh, good take by Ramos, and he moves it to Adesag, but really, that's really well. I got you on that, dude. I got you. Nope. What position you play then? France, they're hitting it up in midfield. Okay, you're 12. Oh, dude, I love like a big tall center. Like you've got an advantage if you're tall and long, is you should be able to offload so much more. Like nice if you got long arms, like if you can control yourself and tackle and being able to like get just through, like you still get tackled, but you can free your arms and offload. I coached a guy, a college player at Lindenwood Belleville in St. Louis, who he was Scottish, and yeah, he was about a 6'3" center, and it was so nice. He just had that extra little length for to offload. It's good. Tails is your team. Cool. Nice. You guys in season right now, I'd imagine? Italy setting it up. So we're at 58:05 here. Still scoreless in the second half. Some good back and forth rugby here, but we have not managed to get any points in the second half. Both teams have made a lot of forward subs here now. Oh, that's going to go straight into touch. That's coming back, I think. Tough one. Okay, yep, and here comes a few more. So Movaka's coming on, so that's the last front row sub. So replacement hooker for France. And then I think they brought a back sub on as well. Well, tallest on your team. I was like, tallest? Hell, that sounds like some small French village or something. Louis Barassian, okay. Yeah, Movaka, hooker, Barassian. I didn't see what position Barassi was on. I was like, yeah, Tales, Tales. I was like, that doesn't sound like anything Welsh. Okay, Garbisi. Nope. Okay, that's inside center. Oh, dummy. He's going wide. He's going wide. He fends. He gets it to his winger. He runs cross field, but gets somewhere. That's going to be a knock on. Or no, he's into touch. Okay. All right. He's into touch. So we're going to have a Italian line out just inside their own 22. You can sing the verse where it counts 1, 2, 3 and say stuff after each number one. Oh, cool. Nice. That's a good time. They got a guy out there trying to repair the pitch. He's got like a big stick and he's like smashing it down. It's pretty sweet. He did say he was going and he's still chilling. That's not straight on the lineout. Ooh, tough. Yeah, I talk about the Italian set piece being good, and then the lineouts kind of struggled here late first half and into the second half. That's at least two not straight calls, and they had the long overthrow that led to a try. Oof, tough one. Touche. There we go. Okay, so what's France going to do? Are they going to take scrum or line out here on this one? We are at 60 minutes on the game clock. France is taking the line out. So that's halfway through the second half, still scoreless. Getting bored, but don't mind talking to you guys. Oh, thanks, dude. Appreciate it. Movaka here at the back of that. So France goes to the maul here off of the line out. Ref says use it once. They send some more in. This is a big maul. This is a big, big maul. Use it twice. Movaka breaks off. Garbisi's got him. Pushes forward. Oh no. Okay, so Aldegheri is still there at so that's the French tight head. I think they still have their starter on, it looks like. No, maybe not. I'm not sure. I'm looking at, oh, good tackle out of Sogba, offloads to BLB Ari. They're down on the left side. Oh, I can't. I'm trying. I'm watching this. Well, actually, hold on. Maybe we put it on the back. No, because YouTube will get me for the they'll get me for the copyright of it. Because like if the audio comes on, it makes it not like all of a sudden they're like, no, no, no. Oh, that's a loose ball. DuPont wrestled that away from a loose forward. So it was like one of the big Italian loose forwards and Antoine DuPont both had the ball in hand and they're like wrestling with it, and Antoine DuPont won the battle. Like that's wild. That dude is so strong. He's just like a little bulldog. No, so I could my phone is in use with the feed right now, so I can't, otherwise I could put it in the earphones, but then I got the game on the screen. And also, like I said, if it plays, if it hears it on YouTube, it'll ping me. As soon as the game's over, though, I will. No, if you can, like tomorrow night, let me think. Tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Central, I'll be talking rugby a little bit on here. At that point, I will give my report. Even if you're not on Oreo, I will mention Six Pills tomorrow night. I'm watching it on the computer right now. Yeah, I got it on my laptop. It's easier because then I can like use the laptop and it faces me, and I can lean the phone on that. So France are taking the tap from the 5-meter penalty here. DuPont looking left, couple forward phase. Yeah, the French are really good at like finishing their carries where they throw like additional forwards into it. You know, you can only pre-latch one guy, but they add multiple guys and like they finish the carry for him by like driving him through the contact point. All good, man. That makes sense. We shouldn't spend too much time on screens anyways. The real world's out there. DuPont's digging. France is like knocking on the door right here. They're like maybe a meter away. DuPont, he's going to go hit another forward. Like they're keeping you got to think they're maybe trying to get an advantage and then they're going to swing it out wide, but they're just knocking on the door right here, just like a meter away. DuPont goes, oh, he goes to his center and he drops it. Knock on. Dang. You have rugby all week? Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah. Dang, yeah. No, you guys train every day? That's a big defensive stand from Italy right there. Big defensive stand. France had the penalty 5 out. They want to go for the tap and go. Italy just defends and defends and defends, and then they generate. So it's Boalbari who like, oh, he's passing before he catches. This is a perfect like skill point. You can see on the replay. So we're at 64-49. They've got a stoppage. And you can see the ball's coming towards them. And right before he catches it, he like starts to look like, because he's going to make his next pass. Doesn't do it. Hey, what's up from Croatia? What's up? Thanks for being here, dude. We're watching. I'm watching Six Nations rugby right now. It's Italy versus France. Thanks for being here, Croatia. That's the first Croatian I coached a Croat once. He was a college player. He's a big old. His name was Maroje, a big Croatian dude. No, I love Croatia. You know, most people don't realize Croatia is gorgeous. Like they think like in the States here, people think Croatia and they're like, oh, that's like Eastern Europe. It's like cold and dark. And it's like, no, it's gorgeous. It's coastline. It's beautiful. Like, yeah, Oreo there. He likes to be called Oreo. Call the man by his name, what he prefers. I love it. That's cool. We got a Croat here, man. Yeah, Croatia is highly underrated. Beautiful country. Capuozzo hoofs it. So Italy, they have the scrum on their 5. They send it right. Capuozzo kicks that to touch. So we're at, right now on the game clock, we're at 63-40. 63-40, still France 19, Italy 8. Like, close game. Drillinois. Oreo. Yeah, I'm just north of you in Wisconsin, my man. All right, so French line out here. What is this? Just outside the Italian 22. Oh, they knocked it. That's picked up by Garbisi. So Italy win this. France threw deep here, and then it didn't go to hand. He tried to hit it with his one hand, but yeah, we're playing, I think, a knock advantage here for Italy. setting up for the box kick just outside the 22. Peoria. I used to live in Peoria when I was a little kid, actually. My dad had a job there when I was like, I think 5, 6 years old. I lived in Peoria for a little over a year. Oh no, that's picked off. Oh, what's it called? No, we're coming back for the scrum. So France picked that off. Italy threw it wide, but France picked it off. But we're coming back for the advantage. Yeah, but in Illinois basketball, Peoria Manual, this is a high school. They were like a machine in high school basketball, I know, for a long time. Yeah, no, Peoria, bro. I drive through there. When I lived in St. Louis, I would drive when I come home from Wisconsin. You always drive through Peoria. But yeah, I lived there for about a year and a half as a kid. So they're looking meters get Atasogba versus Capuoza. Yeah, Atasogba, more carries, more meters, more kick meters. That's really good. Capuoza looks, he's such a little dude. You don't see those small, like as many small guys. A lot of times you'll have one small winger, and he's usually kind of like Atasogba. He's usually on the wing, both of them. So both 15s are like traditional wings today. But what team do I like, but not World Rugby? So you mean like club rugby, like professional? Want to hear? I guess should I say? Yeah, you can put a joke in, man. The scrum's going to reset. We're at 65:40 here on the game clock. Scrum resetting. You got to type the joke, though. You got to type it. As long as it's clean, I'll say it. I'll read it out. Yeah, France looks like they're not in a hurry here. That makes sense. Like they've got this game pretty well in hand. Italy need to get some points here. Really, Italy need to try at this point to get some momentum here. So we got 14 minutes, 10 seconds left to go on the game clock. Why can't England play chess? Okay, I'm interested. They lost the Queen. Let's see. Well, Balbury is going off. I don't know if he's got a head injury or what. So that's inside center is off for France here. Game clock's going again. Yeah, head injury assessment for Balbury. That's a good one. They lost the Queen. Oh, Queen Elizabeth, man. She was a classy dame. So then they put Gaetan got subbed off the 13, but now he has to reinsert because they got a head injury assessment. Italy got the penalty advantage, I think. Looked like it. Yeah, penalty advantage at the scrum. They're playing with it. Opportunity here. Dummy and go. He offloads. Nope, sucks it back in. Ooh, offload off the deck. Italy are playing with this advantage, man. Let's see if they can do something. Why can't Americans play chess? I don't know. You tell me, Oreo. Okay, no advantage gain. We're coming back for the penalty. The Italian scrum, they had some good pressure because they lost their towers. Okay, what are Italy going to do with this? I would imagine he's going to kick this penalty down into the right corner. Got a 9/11 joke here. That's a decent kick. Yeah, let's see what happens here. Let's see what the penalty is. I can't even, it looked like the loose head, it went down on the Italian loose head, French tight head side. I'm not sure the Italian moved forward. So a lot of times the ref's just going to award the dominant scrum there. You got a joke, Keeley? Send it. Okay, and then they're bringing Ioane off. So a new winger for Italy. Oh, and then they lose the line out. Oh, devastating. France playing just behind their own 10. Got the ball. That's a tough line out to lose. Italy, they've had their lineout's been really quite good throughout the Six Nations. The last 30, 40 minutes. Why did the rugby player bring a ladder to the game? I don't know. You tell me. I'm interested. Box kick goes. Italy have it back. They're playing just behind their 10 now, and it looks like they're also setting up for another box kick. Fusco, okay, yep, and then Italy subbed off their 8 as well. Lina goes up and gets it, but he knocks it on. So I think France are playing with knock advantage here. Ramos, oh, they're man. The French they move the ball. They play with it. They chuck it around because he needs it passing on the next leaves. Needs it passing on the next leaves. I don't get that one. I don't get that one. Level. Got it. Got it. Got it. Okay. Yes. Typo there. All right. There's our sub winger for Italy right away, taking the counter up. Italy, they keep playing. Dummy and go, offload. Oh, well covered. Barassi there, the substitute for France, really sniffed out that offload and didn't let that go anywhere. Italy looking for the tips ball to get a little gain line with it. Scrum half draw and pass. Hits Garbisi out the back. Oh, really good cover tackle. Really good cover tackle. France counter rucks hard. Hard counter ruck from the French. I think they've won this. Yes. Yep. France win that on the counter ruck. They're playing out the back. Oh, they got a shooter. Nope. Didn't make the pass. That's all good. So France have the ball at midfield here. Just plain wrong. Oh, you guys are cracking me up here. DuPont playing off the left sideline. They're across the 10, so well into Italian territory. It's a big sub prop coming. Oh, there we go. I think Italy just won the ball. Yep. Got a knock advantage. Yeah, that was good work at the breakdown. Picking up a loose ball. Playing. I thought he said we had advantage there. No, now we got a penalty to Italy. I don't know what happened to that advantage there. I thought he called, yellow card. Yellow card for a deliberate knock on. Really? I got to replay that. Yeah, Lina just got yellow card. Man, he's been attracting yellow cards throughout the Six Nations, and I feel like he's been hard done repeatedly with them. How did the Barber win the race? Oh, you tell me. Check it out. So I want to see this. That's hard. Oh, man, that's a tough one. So the French player, picks it up. He, picks, and then he's just going to pass, and Lina's, coming in to tackle him, and his hand is just in the way, and he knocks it on, and so they're calling it a deliberate knock on, and he gets carded. He's upset. I mean, that's a tough one. I would kind of agree with that. That doesn't feel like – it genuinely looked like a good tackle attempt. He's the post defender. He's coming up to try and tackle the man who's picking and going, and then the man who's picking and going goes to pass it. And it's a knock on. That sucks. Capuozzo, I think, has a shoulder out. That's a rough one. That's a rough one. Deliberate knock on, an offside yellow card. I want to see if his penalty try. See if this is a penalty try? What? Two parallel lines can be because it took a shortcut. What? No, that wouldn't be a penalty try. What? I don't know. Can't even believe okay, so he's trying to pass it to Bielbiarried on the left side, but this is 30 meters away. There's no way. You can see there's Italian players that they would have made that cover tackle. There's no way that would have been a penalty try. Yeah, Capuozzo's off. It looks like I think he's got a dislocated left shoulder. Poor fella. Do you mean intersected by a plane? I think you mean intersected, perhaps. So France with the penalty, they bang that down into the left corner. It's going to be a French line out about 10 meters out. We are at 70-45 on the clock. France set a maul off of this line out. Maul pivots a little bit to the right. We've got an advantage here. I think he said the Italians tried to pull it down. Oh, they go with the cross kick. Cross kick. It's going to set up. I think this is a French try. Yes, Dreen, the debutant, gets a try, and I think that's going to be it. I think that puts it away for France. Dang it. Really good use of the advantage. Good cross kick. France has had a couple of good bounces on some kicks today. Yeah, that's a really good use of the advantage. Gael Dreen, first cap, gets a try. Well done. Let's see if we can see that where the penalty. Yeah, you can see that a couple of Italian players fell in the maul. I think the advantage was they said that they were trying to. This is a really good way to free up this. This is something I can go back to actually on the board because. So what France do here. Let's see. So let's say instead of a ruck, this is a maul. So we got France have this maul here. And like the try ends up getting scored like way out here in the right corner by Dreen the winger. But what they do here is they use this out the back ball to like relieve pressure on the kicker. So they get advantage at the maul. They play it away here to this pass. And then at this point, the defense is kind of like they've come up pretty hard. They don't have a defender here. That's why this try was so easy. But they've come up. But then rather than hitting this up or making this pass, he hits this man out the back. And so that's the guy who ends up kicking this over the top into the corner for that try. So that's a really good use of that out the back ball to like relieve pressure and give your kicker time to catch and then put that kick in there. So nice simple little play. Really good use of the advantage from France. Yeah, Oreo, I will shout you out. I appreciate you being here, dude. And I swear I'm listening to Six Pills after this. We talked about this yesterday, man. And then I did not. Yeah, no, Keely's been here from like the first stream I did. So I appreciate you guys being here. I love the banter and the jokes in the chat. Like it's fun. Keeps things lively. I love talking about rugby, but it's nice to have some jokes, some fun stuff to talk about, some stuff to laugh about. Like these things are more fun when they're interactive and you got people chatting with you. So I appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, Oreo told me about Six Pills. I'm listening to it after this game. I'll shout you out tomorrow night when I'm on here too. Like I said, every Monday night at 8 Central Time, I go live and just chat rugby a little bit. I'll give it a listen. I'll give you my comments, and I will give you a shout out on that one. So Italy kick it. So France are playing out of their own half here. France can kind of ice this game at this point. We are at 73-45 on the clock right now. They got 26. Yeah, it's all French players for man of the match. Dupont, Bielbieri, Brauboiry, and Meafu. You know, Ramos slotted the conversion like he always does. Dupont putting the high ball up. So we got 26 here for France, 8 to Italy. And yes, as we mentioned, it is backwards. I blame Amazon.com and the fact that I'm new at this. You have to quit YouTube? What? What'd you do? You on here too much? All right, who's France subbing off now? Jalanche, the 8-man's coming off. He put in a shift. He's giving hands to survive. Yep, okay, so they bring my guy, big fella, Mikel Guillard. Yeah. Or if you make videos, can't be on it and watch anymore. So Italian line out here between they're just between the 50 and their own 10. They set them all here. We've got some progress here. It stalls out. Looks like it's rolling a little bit. Maul has rolled. Yeah, roll that. Roll that. No, they're going to play. Scrum half looks down the right side. He puts a kick in. That's a good kick. That's a really good kick. Oh, it goes into try. Oh, into touch in the try zone. That's a really good kick. Next weekend. We ain't got no Six Nations though next weekend. That's a really good kick. He's unfortunate. Like the bounce, it just like stays in, goes into the try zone, and then right before the back of the try zone goes out. Dang, that's a tough one. That's going to come back then. So, we got a stoppage again. We got one more. Got another sub coming on here for France. Yep, Baptiste Serin in for Dupont. This is pretty normal. Serin is also an incredible halfback. They bring him on at the end to ice these games for Dupont. Get the magician off the field. Don't let him get hurt. Good decision. Game is in hand at this point for France. You get the best player in the world. Get him off. Don't let him get injured at a silly time. So going to be a French scrum about 2-3 meters across the halfway line into Italian territory here. Baptiste Serin is going to be feeding this scrum. Yeah, regular starter and so many. Yeah, they're saying like Baptiste Serin is like, yeah, he would start for almost anyone else in the world. Oh, Bielbieri down the left sideline. So they hit that winger off the left side. He goes infield to Mikel Guillard, who offloads back to Ramos. France on the front foot here. Oh, the pass doesn't go. Oh, picked up there by Gaetan. France is inside the Italian 22 here. Yeah, I don't know how YouTube does those does the standings and for who's number one and two. Keely's been like is probably been my most consistent person on these streams. Definitely of like the people that are on here regularly, he's the one who gives the most chat. So he's been my dude. He was on the first one. Good tackle. So France is about 5 meters out here. They're going out the back. Shoot defense. I think he's in. I think that's Gaetan. Yeah, that's going to be one more try for France right there. Woo. You're in fourth? Who's in fourth? I'm in fourth. Oreo's in fourth. Oh, I think it's because he went off and then he came back. Probably why. That's probably what's up. Yep. That's so Gaetan picking up the try. He had gotten subbed off, but then when Browbory went off for the head injury assessment, he had to come back in. Then he gets to try to finish. It's a really good like carry and then offload from Guillard. Again, really good use of the out the back. And this is great footwork from Gaetan to get this try. Like the Italian defender shot up on him and then he like uses footwork and got inside of him and then he took the gap and takes it in. So Ramos is 3 from 4. Dude rarely misses. Seems like he's missed like one kick each game of these. I would think he's going to slot that, and he does. He's so good. He's so good from the tee, man. All right. Yeah. Yeah, the winger shoots up on him, and he just slips inside of him and gets the try. So 75 minutes or 78 minutes, 78-10 right now. France 33, Italy 8. So tough one. France just too good in attack. Like much better job than Italy of turning territory into points. And finishing plays. Italy done a lot of good things in this match. They're definitely on the way up. But another tough loss for the Italians. Oh, there's a penalty. There's a penalty to Italy. Okay. Oh, Meafu gets man of the match. Oh, they're calling a neck roll. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, you can't grab people around the head. That's for dang sure. Good call. That's safety. Meafu, try scorer, big lock. Looks like he's going to put in an 80-minute shift. We're just over 79 here now, 79.05. Garbisi kicking for touch on the penalty. Ooh, that's a great kick. So they're about 7 meters out from the French try line here. So Italy going to try and get a consolation try. But yeah, we're short time to go. Maybe 1-2 more plays left in this game, and then we're done. When I'm going to end the stream, I usually stay on for about 5 minutes after the game. So like 10 minutes tops will be done. So Italy, they go middle. Oh, they do the off-center maul, and then they break away. Oh, good inside ball. Okay, that was a nifty little move. Italy is like 5 meters out. Knocking on the doorstep. Let's see if that should be an offsides. Nope, no hand up. Man, really looks like France jumped the gun on that one, but big dominant tackle. Still Italy at 5 meters. Knocking on the door. Good work throwing that man through. Okay, they're about 3 meters out. Garbisi back inside. Oh, gosh, man, really just a lot of dominant tackles. Mikel Guillard is just a beast, that young dude. Like France's, like their line speed is just phenomenal coming off of this defensively. So we're well into stoppage time. Italy goes out the back. They'll offload to Garbisi on the deck. They still got it. They're about 7 meters out right now. That French line speed has pushed them back a little bit. Italy really fighting here. They want to get this try. All right. I got you, Oreo. Appreciate you, dude. Italy, flat ball. Big number 19, sub forward. Takes it in. Looks like they're going to pick and go here. Man, it's windy outside. Whew. Oh, they're going to try and drag him into touch. Looks like they do. That's going to be the game right there. Oof. Is that the call? Did he blow it dead? Looks like they dragged him out. Final whistle. Yep. Match over. All right. So we got France 33, Italy 8. So again, I think the French attacking ability, big difference maker. The French ability to convert territory into points, really, really big difference. Wow. All right, Mayafou, big lock, gets the man of the match. France in the driver's seat. They got 4-try bonus point. They got all of it. So they are well ahead of the Six Nations in the standings. I think that's going to put them at 15 points in the standings. And I think that means Scotland is number 2 at 11 points. So this is France's Six Nations to lose. You have a stream next weekend. Next week, as of this moment, no, because we don't have a Six Nations match. I'll see if I can find a professional match or something else to watch, but might be off next weekend. Might be off. We'll see. Like I say, I'll go tomorrow, Monday night at 8 p.m. Central. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I should see if I can find a club match to do next weekend. I'm doing a broadcasting course actually on Wednesdays with Dallin Stanford, which is a lot of fun. So some of this too is like I'm learning as I go. I'm taking a little online course to learn a little more about broadcasting. You know, my thing has been I've played for 20 some years. And I've coached for 20 years now, exactly. But new perspective. Yeah, disconnected me there for a second. I'm back. But yeah, shout out to France. They were the dominant team. They are the dominant team in the Six Nations. A lot going on. I think I'm going to one more time draw up on here the board. All right, sounds good, Oreo. Appreciate you. I'm going to listen to Six Pills as soon as I kill this stream. So we talked about before, I've got my dry erase pen here. The way the French use that out the back pass as a pressure release valve. And this guy can play really close to the line attacking wise. And if he can use footwork to get to a gap, I always like to say you want to go like you should err on the side of like this outside step. I've talked with a lot of professional coaches and stuff and analysts. And one of the big things they say, like, the biggest determining factor of if you end up having a positive carry, especially in the forwards, is do you get to the outside gap? Do you get to the outside shoulder of your defender? So a lot of the times, and you see this with younger players, guys who are really athletic and stuff, they just think about this one-on-one matchup. And so this pass comes here, and they're like, oh, I'm going to beat this dude. And then they can beat him at low levels. They can beat him back to the inside into this gap, and they get a line break out of it. The thing is, as you move up levels, these defenders, these guys catch up and they get there and they turn this into a double tackle. So where at a low level, guy might be like, oh, I can beat my guy to the inside, and then I beat my guy to the inside, and then I'm running into a brick wall of this help defender. And now all of a sudden I'm getting double tackled way back here. But the French do a really good job of using this out the back ball. So the ball will come to a first receiver or sometimes even that second receiver. And then they make this little out the back pass. And now this guy catching the ball out the back, he has time to like make a read, make a decision, or in the case of France with some of those advantages, he makes that kick into the corner. It's a really, really good use of that out the back ball to get the ball in a playmaker's hands, like with time to make a good decision. If you're catching the ball right at the game line with the defender in your face, you're not going to be able to transition. You definitely don't have time to make a read. You don't have time to probably put the ball down to a foot and make a kick. But when that ball comes out the back, the defense has to respect this guy as an option. So this defender's got to slow his roll when he gets like right about here, because if they drop this pass down, if he shoots over and then they pass down here, okay, it's line break. So the defender has to sit and respect this little tips pass here, and instead you go out the back, and now this guy has time to make a read, make a decision. So appreciate y'all for being here. Keely, Oreo, you guys have been legends today. Appreciate all the questions in the chatter. Got some good jokes in there. I'm going to get out of here. If you're listening, American Rugby, we can do it. We've got the athletes. We need to get the athletes together, get the density of talent at a young age, get them quality matches. We have the coaching, regardless of what some of the MLR teams think. I do have one shout out. I think, oh yeah, I got the 6 pills, my guy. Regardless of what you, what like a lot of MLR teams, like there's really good coaches in America. I am one of many. There's many American coaches who are better than I am. But I did see, I think it was DC Old Glory. They recently hired a skills coach that is a Hawaiian American woman. I thought that was really, really interesting. Shout out to Old Glory. It's good to see. So that's the second American coach, like American born coach on an MLR staff. I think that's a really cool hire. I'm really looking forward. I don't have her name off the top of my head, but shout out to Old Glory for hiring an American, also for hiring a woman and a Hawaiian as well. Like Hawaii gets overlooked in American rugby. Phenomenal. Like some of the best rugby in America is in Hawaii, but Hawaii is so far out there in the Pacific Ocean that they're kind of isolated and they're just smashing up against one another. They've got a lot of Polynesians, a lot of Native Hawaiians. They've got like that Pacifica rugby culture. Like if America needs to find a better way to harness what's going on in Hawaii. Some of the most talented high school players I've recruited, they come out of Hawaii, but they get overlooked because like they're all the way out there in Hawaii. It's some rocks in the middle of the ocean. It's a long ways away. It's really cool to see a Hawaiian American woman get picked and end up being an MLR coach. So shout out to Old Glory for doing that. Um, Oreo, you made it back one more time. All right, I gotta get rolling. Got to have some family time. But first, I'm gonna listen to Six Pills. I'll shout it out tomorrow night. Like I say, every Monday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, I go on for a little bit and I just chat rugby. So thanks y'all for being here. Let's go American rugby. Thanks for listening to these streams. Take it easy. Have a good Sunday.